Okay, ready.
Right. What films do you like?
Hmm. Yeah, watching films is my favorite hobby, and my favorite genre is a romantic comedy. Because I always feel enjoyable while watching this kind of movies.
Hmm. So, did you often watch films when you were a child?
When I was a kid, my mother liked watching a movie at cinema, so we used to go to Lotte Cinema, uh, which was located near my home together.
Did you ever go to cinema alone as a child?
Hmm. Uh, as I mentioned, I used to go to the cinema with my mother, and after growing up, when I became an adult, I I went to I went to the cinema alone, but uh, but I prefer to go to the cinema with my friends more.
Hmm. Do you often go to cinema with your friends?
Yes, I usually go to the movie theater with my friends, especially my best friend Susan, because she loves watching watching movies. So we prefer to go to the Rotte Cinema.
Hmm. Do you think going to cinema is a good way to spend time with your friends?
Yes, absolutely yes. Because after watching the same movie, we we can share about our our thought about the movie, and it is quite a great way to spend time with friends.
Can you fix things?
Oh, actually, I'm not good at using tools, but I'm good at sewing, so I can recycle my old clothes.
Hmm. Did anybody teach you fix things when you were a child?
Uh, when I was a kid, my father taught me about how to use tools. Uh, but at the time, I was not interested in this kind of fixing. So yeah, that doesn't work.
Hmm. Do you think it is necessary for people to learn how to fix things?
Nowadays, in my opinion, nowadays modern people don't need to learn about fixing because there are a lot of experts. So we just need call call them when we need to fix something.
Mhm. What do you do when a thing is broken and cannot be fixed?
Mm. My father is quite good at fixing things like furniture, chairs, and desks. So when I need to help, I usually call him.
Mhm. All right, now it's part two. I'm gonna tell you the subject. So, describe a piece of clothing you enjoy wearing, what it is like, when and where you got it, how often you wear it, explain why you enjoy wearing it.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna count 1 minute.
Hmm.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna explain about a piece of clothing that I like wearing. There are many things. However, I would like to talk about a white t-shirt. Uh, Actually, last month I visited Japan with my best friend Jungmin, and we went to Yokohama City, and we enjoyed that traveling. We walked around the city, and also we visited a lot of Spanish shops because we wanted to buy some gifts for our friends and family members, and uh, in one shop I bought the T-shirt, the white one, because at that time I fall in love the Yokohama Harbor, and the T-shirt uh, the T-shirt had a picture of the Yokohama Harbor in front of that. So so I liked it. So I bought it, and it was 5,000 yen. So it was not it was not cheaper one, but I loved it. And and during the travel, I wear it. I wear this T-shirt, and nowadays when I see this T-shirt, I can remember my enjoyable traveling. So I like wearing this T-shirt.
All right, 25 seconds. It was all good. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
ask you more questions during part three.
Hmm.
So do you like buying clothes?
Mm. In Korea, especially young people like shopping their clothes because they think uh, wearing unique clothes is quite helpful for uh, expressing their own characters. So they want to buy some unique items and shirts.
Mhm. What kind of clothes do most people wear in your country? Hello? Hey, you are disconnected. I cannot hear you at all. Oh my god. I think you have a problem with. Alright. Under what circumstances would people
Mhm.
in your country wear formal clothes?
Mm. Uh, in the past, people, especially officers, used to wear formal clothes like suits uh, in their workplaces because at that time it was the it was one of the main rules of their workplaces. But nowadays, a lot of workers wear casual clothes like t-shirts or blue jeans because they because a lot of people think that the kind of rule is old-fashioned. So yeah, nowadays workers usually don't need to wear formal clothes at their workplaces, but sometimes they need to wear formal clothes uh, when they have important meeting with other companies.
Okay, what is the difference between clothing of elderly and young
Mhm.
group in Korea?
In Korea,
Mhm.
usually older people prefer to wear uh, casual clothes, and also they usually like to wear sport clothes because a lot of older people like climbing or jogging, so they want to wear comfortable clothes. And by contrast, younger people prefer to wear unique and colorful clothes because, as I mentioned, they like to express uh, their character by wearing unique clothes.
Mhm. When do people in your country wear traditional clothes?
Hmm. Uh, yeah. Especially in wedding ceremony, young couples usually wear the traditional clothes called hanbok, and also mm, in and also on holidays like Thanksgiving days, most of kids most kids usually wear hanbok. Uh, yeah.
All right. So it's the last question. Does the climate affect what people wear these days?
Uh, yes, because I think weather is the significant feature about. Uh, yeah, I think weather is the significant feature in wearing clothes. Because, for example, in on hottest day, people prefer to wear t-shirts or short pants. Uh, but by contrast, in winter, people need to wear a coat or jacket because of that kind of cold weather.
Mhm. All right. For your feedback, part one was okay, but during part two, you're supposed to you missed a few bullet points, like what the clothes is like. There
Mhm,
was
mhm,
Yokohama printed T-shirts that
mhm,
bought you bought it during traveling in Yokohama. So
mhm,
you mentioned what is it like when and where you got it,
mhm,
but you didn't
mhm,
say how often you wear it. You said, but when
mhm,
you wear it, you feel great because it reminds you
mhm,
of that traveling moment.
mhm,
And also, you didn't explain why you enjoy wearing was reasonable. That because you
mhm,
mentioned the reminding thing.
mhm,
And about part two, three, so this is my a common mistake for me also.
mhm,
First question was, do you like buying clothes? But you answered like most Korean buy
mhm,
clothes, blah blah blah.
mhm.
You know the problems. The subject was
About
you, but you mentioned
mhm.
about some other people. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the I also make those kind of mistakes from time to time.
Mhm,
And how kind of clothes do most people wear? Was okay. Three number question three, okay. Question four. Yeah, I think overall, like part three, you posed many times.
Mhm.
And
Mm,
I could feel that you lack of some ideas about the questions, but actually you
mhm,
understood the questions, but somehow you wanted to tell you wanted
mhm,
to tell some answers, but you are not really sure about your answers. But
mhm,
there is also some moment that you wanted to end your answer quickly,
mhm,
like blah 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 blah. Yeah.
mhm.
Somehow you, I don't think the sentence is not completely ended, but somehow
Uh-huh.
you feel, I feel like you said certain sentences correctly,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
but but I feel like you need to tell something more, but you just end it. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So when the things happens, you just need to
Uh-huh.
make up some fake story.
Mm,
Uh-huh,
okay.
uh-huh, uh-huh. So elderlies, most elderlies wear like formal clothes because they are have much knowledge and attitude, so
Mhm,
they have much time to wear good clothes. But young people always try to wear like active and comfortable clothes.
mhm,
They always try
mhm,
to engage in uh, activities and outside.
mhm,
So you don't
mhm,
really have to the correct or true answers. You just need
mhm,
to tell something reasonable
mhm,
for the questions.
mhm. Okay,
All right.
thank you. Okay,
All right.
and
Oh yeah, by the way, the idiom and linking word, I couldn't.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah. When you are
actually
under
I try to
pressure,
use,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I always forgot.
Oh yeah, that's what happened during the test.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's start part one.
All right.
The topic is about riding a bike.
Mhm.
Did you have a bike when you were young?
Oh yeah, when I was elementary school, my dad bought me a bike for my 10th uh, birthday. So I usually rode bike with my friend after school in every street of corner. It was really good memory.
Mm-hmm. Did you ride a bike when you were little?
When I was little. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I think when I was like very little, like 5 or 6 years old, I had a little small bike, but I don't really remember how I rode the bike, but I saw the picture of me riding a bike, so that's why I remember that moment.
Mm-hmm. Did you ride a bike to school?
Oh, unfortunately, I couldn't use a bike to commute to school because my school was a bit far from where I live at the moment. So instead of riding bike, I had to use a school bus or my parents' car.
Mm-hmm. Do you ride a bike when you go out now?
Sometimes I use bike as a leisure, but I don't really use bike as a transportation for to go to some places to meet my friend or to go to work. So I don't really use bike.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next topic is language. What language can you speak?
Oh, I speak definitely Korean. That's my first language, and I barely speak English right now. That's why I'm
Mhm.
taking IELTS test here. And I can also say a little vocabularies of Russian and Italian because I'm really interested in those languages also.
Hmm. What languages would you like to learn in the future?
Oh, in future, if I can have certain time and opportunity, I love to study Italian language because I'm really interested in Italian food and fashion and history. From the Rome to Italy, so far it's just amazing journey of modern contemporary art and culture. So if I can have a chance after work, I'd like to study a bit of Italian.
Hmm. How do you learn a foreign language?
Uh, there are various ways that I study about foreign language. Uh, First, I think taking regular course at school would be the best one uh, to lay in the foundation of me. And I also can use some extra materials from online. And the lastly, the most effective is having conversation with native speaker.
Mhm. How are languages taught and learned in your school?
When I was at school, mostly my teacher used visual materials and audio materials, and we actually repeat what she said, and we had a conversation with our classmate, and uh, yeah, we also watch a lot of movies and dramas spoken by that language. So yeah, these days, those are the good materials that we use, and we also had some assignment of using certain apps to practice speaking the languages.
Hmm. Okay. Let's move on part two.
All right.
Please describe a bad service you received in a restaurant or shop. You should say when and where it happened and what happened, and also how you reacted, and explain how you felt about this experience. Before you speaking, I will give you a minute. Okay, time's up. Please describe a bad service you received in a restaurant or shop.
A few months ago, I went to the restaurant, a very famous restaurant. It's called Van Gogh's Pasta. So there was actually Italian restaurant which had a decoration of all the Van Gogh's paintings on the wall. And I went there because it was my girlfriend's birthday. So I wanted to treat her really nice restaurant as a gift for her birthday. But even though I made reservation, somehow I had to wait in the line because I didn't really understand because they actually one of them forgot our reservation. So I had a little argument about that mistake from them, but they officially apologized me. But somehow we still had to wait for 5 or 10 minutes. So and then what worse was about the restaurant is they actually escort us to the table in the corner. So I didn't really make a reservation that table. So I wanted to have a table at the window so we can have really good atmosphere and make some romantic mood. So made I made complaint again to the manager in the restaurant. He said, "Sorry, today they said they officially apologize, but there are too many people today, and this is all they can do for now." So I wanted to go to other restaurant instead of that place, but my girlfriend keep asking me just stay in here, just so to not make any scene at the moment. So I didn't really enjoy all the moment in the restaurant overall, but somehow I didn't have much choice left. Uh, After all that experience, that service and food and mood and everything from that uh,
Okay,
restaurant.
time's up.
Yeah.
Mm, it's over 20 seconds.
Mhm,
And let's move on part three.
mhm.
How do most people respond to bad services?
For bad services, people can directly ask to the owners or staffs about what they are not satisfied with and what they want on how do they want should things should be fixed. And they can also make official a complaint through email or document. And instead of those things, if they want to make some public issues, they can just post their stories on online to get attention from public. So yeah, but these days there are a lot of ways for the customers to make their complaint unofficially.
Mm. Do you think services are better now than in the past?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think these days consumers has more right about their product and their purchase, all the process of purchases, because the owners uh, take they had to follow certain rules, and the organization who had responsible of taking care of consumers, all right, uh, became bigger than before. So these days, it's easy for customers to make a complaint and uh, make a return or refund when they are not satisfied with their product.
Mm. What kinds of services are bad services?
Bad services. So when someone uh, think they are going to receive a certain level of services and that does not match with what they expect, they can say that's bad service. And also, if the service makes some uncomfortable moment to the customers, that can be also bad service. But yeah, in yeah, mostly mostly about the problem of product and service and yeah, those kind of things.
Mhm. Why do some people choose to remain silent when they receive bad services?
Oh, I think that's just because of their personality and attitude. Some introverted personality people do not want to make a scene, and they are also feel shy and afraid to have a conversation or make address what they uh, what they are not satisfied with about. So it depends on their personality, or it depends on the circumstances they are in.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Who should be responsible for bad services?
Definitely, the owner should be responsible about bad service, even though the staff member made some bad service to customers, but the owner should be in charge of all the things happened in the restaurant or the process of a whole purchase of product. So I think the owner should be take full responsibility about bad service and good service herself.
Mhm. What can employers do to improve the service that their employees provide?
Employers can hire some professional uh, teacher who can give good instruction about um, how to make customers happy or some kind of lectures that can some professionals can provide to the employees. And whereas the employer can actually teach their employees uh, in good ways, and employers can also make announcement about giving rewarding and demerit about the employees' behavior by the feedback of customers. So those things could make big differences uh, on employers' behavior and services also.
Mhm. Okay, great.
Oh, yeah, it was hard. Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, both were hard.
어, 피드백을 조금 드리자면, 파트 1은 다 괜찮았고요.
네,
그리고 파트 2에서도 정확히 어떤 게 이제 불편했는지, 그리고 이제 좀 상황을 구체적으로 상상할 수 있어가지고 좋았던 것 같습니다.
네.
그리고 근데 이제 본인의 이제 마지막에 느꼈던 감정이라든지 그런 거 한 번 더 정리해
아,
주시잖아요. 근데 그게
아,
되게 좋은데 그거를 이제 시간 안에 말씀을 해 주시려면 앞에 거를 쪼끔만 더 타이트하게
음,
잡으셔도 괜찮을 것
음,
같다라는 생각을 했습니다.
네네.
그리고 파트 3은 다 괜찮으셨는데 3번은 한번 정리를 하시면 좋을 것 같아요.
3번이요?
3번이 What kinds of services are bad services?
아, 네, 맞아요.
맞아요. 그래서
전체적으로
이게
파트 3가 너무 어려웠던 것 같아요.
네, 그러네요. 왜냐면 좀 비슷한 질문들이어 가지고.
음.
음. 그래서 거기만 정리해 주시면 될 것 같다는 생각을 했습니다.
네, 알겠습니다.
네. 수고하셨습니다.
네네, 수고했습니다.
그리고 내일은
네.
제가 이제 일이 있어 가지고
네네.
네, 진행을 못할 것 같아서 미리
네.
말씀드릴게요.
네, 알겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다. 수고하셨습니다.
네.